Nebuchadnezzar said, wait a minute. I threw 3 folk in, and I see somebody else, and it looks like that other one is the Son of God. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego show us something. They said, throw me in because God will always be in it. Somebody in here ought to just be thanking God now. Somebody ought to be thanking God that he'll be in it with you. But what really messed me up is that the king tied their hands up before he put them in. But when he saw them in the fire, they were walking around like nothing was going on. Somebody in here ought to just be thanking God. I don't know how God does it. I don't know how God has moved in my life to such a point where the stuff that's supposed to be burning the hell out of me ain't had no effect on me. But I've been able to keep on walking around. I've been able to function. I've been able to keep on raising my kids. I've been able to keep on living. All because God was in the fire with me. And God didn't have to pull me out. But God loosed me in the middle of it. And now my testimony is that I can stand in the fire. It's remarkable. The stuff that was supposed to be burning Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, yeah, the fire was hot because it burned everybody else that got close to it. And somebody can testify, when I look at the folk around me, they going crazy over less stuff than what I've been in. When I look around me, other folk are being consumed by the same stuff I'm in. But thanks be to God that God sustained me in the midst of the fire. And when other folk were being burned to pieces, God kept me. Said, throw me in. Because God doesn't have to prevent trials to present triumph. But he said, the next thing that I see in this is that God uses those who try to destroy us to deliver us. God uses folk that try to destroy you to deliver you. Wait a minute, you don't believe me? Look at everything that's happened in this text. God has already loosed them in the midst of the fire. We talked about that. Other folk got burned up trying to get close to the fire. God let them walk around in the fire. So it seemed like God would just miracle them out the fire. I mean, it seemed like if God was going to do all of that, he would have just snapped and they'd have just been out the fire. But that's not the way that God did it. God told Nebuchadnezzar, the same person that put them in, to get them out. And so the same voice that told Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to go in was the same voice that God used to bring them out. Now somebody in here ought to be rejoicing right now because the enemy has been wreaking all kind of havoc in your life, baby. But I just came by here to let you know that the very thing the enemy was trying to do to knock you out, God is going to use them to bring you out. You don't believe me? All you got to do is take a close look at Calvary, because the enemy thought at Calvary he was knocking us out, but all he really did was help us out. And somebody in here ought to just thank God right now that the enemy ain't even smart enough to recognize that whenever you try to use something against me, God will turn that same thing and deliver me. Let me give you this. There was this portrait. This preacher was talking about. He observed this portrait by the artist Raphael, and he said that he looked at it. It was a portrait of Jesus Christ nailed to the cross. He said the first time he looked at it, it didn't look like anything special, just any other portrait. He said, but the tour guide told him, turn and look at it from the side. The name of the portrait was in his grip. He said, when you look at the portrait from the side, you can see behind the hands of Jesus, there was another set of hands gripping his hands. And the image of the portrait, the meaning behind it was when the soldiers nailed Jesus to the cross, all they really did was nail his hand inside the hand of his Father. And so in a very real sense, when the enemy tried to nail you down, somebody in here can testify, all quick. Many of you have probably heard the story about this old woman who did not receive her Social Security check one month. And she was in her apartment and she didn't have any groceries, and her landlord, who was an atheist, walked by her apartment, heard her praying and asking God, Lord, please provide for me. You said you would take care of me. Lord, make a way out of no way. And this landlord decided, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy some groceries. I'm going to sit them in front of this woman's door. And so this woman, he bought the groceries, sat them in front of the door. This woman walked outside, saw the groceries, and began shouting and praising God. God, you did just what you said. You told me you would do it. The landlord jumped out and said, I got you. You think your God did that, but I'm the one that bought those groceries. That old lady said, no, you got it wrong. God got me the groceries. He just used the food to give it to me. Until he gets glory out of your life. God's not done with you until he gets glory out of your life. If you read your Bible, you'll discover something. In verse number 27, the people all around said, wait a minute. These folk that came out the fire, and they don't smell like they've even been in the fire. Now I better pause right there, because somebody ought to be thanking God you don't smell like what you've been through.